Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special Diz Unplugged live stream coming to you from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, and I am joined via the interwebs by my good friend from Give Kids the World, Mr. Steven Amos.
How are you, Pete? Thanks for having us on today.
So I wanted to do this because we've been trying to squeeze in information on the Tuesday show, at the top of every Tuesday show, about what's coming up for our Diz family reunion September 9th through the 11th of this year. And I figured instead of doing that, I mean, we'll keep plugging it and stuff, but for those of you who are coming, some more details about how the event's going to unfold. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, you're going to learn about it. Of course, this is an event solely to raise money for Give Kids the World. And that's something that's near and dear to our hearts. We've been doing it for many, many years, trying to find ways to raise money. And we're kind of bringing all of those things together, really, in one event. Any event we've ever done, whether it was the Diz 20th anniversary party, the Dreams Unlimited Travel 20th anniversary party, our marathon podcast, our 12-hour marathon podcasts every year, all of them we focused on raising money for Give Kids the World. So this year, thanks to Stephen and the Village and the amazing work that they have done putting this together, we're kind of bringing it all together in one place. So we have this fantastic convention, really, for 3 days with some big names in the Disney universe who are going to be doing presentations and panels. We're going to have what I think, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, but what I think is probably going to be the largest collection of auction items we've ever highlighted on any of the auctions that we've done. That's going to be a live auction. There in person, of course, at the event, but it'll also be online for those who can't make it. And our really exciting after-hours party at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios, and we're going to be doing our marathon show for this year live from the auction room at this event. So we'll be doing a 12-hour podcast, but we'll be doing it from this event. So kind of just combining all these things that we've done over the years into one major event, and I'm so excited. So, Stephen, I'm going to start by asking, for you. Now, you've put this all together. You've been the ringleader of getting the convention space, arranging for the auction items, arranging for the celebrities who are coming in. What's right now for you personally? What's the highlight?
I would say for me the biggest thing is it's a culmination of so many Disney celebrities getting together and supporting it for our cause. All of these people are taking time out of their schedule and doing this for free because they also believe in the mission. And it was a snowball effect for us. We had a couple names that were kind of lined up to do the event with us, and then we had too many people who wanted to participate in the event. So we're saying, come back at a future event. But ranging from people like, Pat Sajak to Tony Baxter to Chef Art Smith, we're seeing a whole wide array of everything from the Disney family, from the culinary side to the production side to the theme park side. There really is something for everybody. And what I'm really excited to talk about today is, we talked about how large the auction is going to be this year, and it is overwhelmingly large of the type of products that we have this year. And again, it's something for everyone. We have toys from the 1930s and 40s, ranging from media passes and credentials and gifts that were given out just in the past year on Walt Disney property. So it's going to be just almost a tiny little bit of a museum to take a look at, because that auction will be, you can walk it. It's going to be this in the entire Sorcerer's Ballroom will be the entire auction layout. So in addition to seeing those presenters, I think the auction hall is one of my favorite parts.
And Stephen knows my how I get with the auctions. That I get crazy when I see certain items. So he has taken the liberty of texting me pictures of certain items as late as just this morning, as a matter of fact, that he knows full well that I'm going to lose my mind. But I asked Steven to have a couple of items to kind of showcase here, kind of show some of what's going to be going up for auction. This is a very, very small sample. I mean, we could sit here for hours and have Steven just hold everything up, but I'm sure he has other things.
I got a couple good ones to show off.
All right, so let's see what you got. Let's see what you brought with you.
Okay, so this was a fan favorite from last time. It was the Disney Vacation Club. These are from the BBC Sailing. So I saw that there was this one, so of course we had to find another one. But then I found out that there was also a Disney Vacation Club Jenga version. There was a Disney Vacation Club Clue game, a Disney Vacation Club Game of Life, and a Disney Vacation Club Scrabble game. So we have the trifecta of all of the DVC exclusive games that you can't buy in stores, that they're gifts given out. So we're very excited to have those. And something that Pete was alluding to, that pictures that I've been sending him, is a series of jackets. We've been really, really blessed with some Imagineers who have parted ways with some of their items, and people in the production studio. So like the team that actually illustrated the movie Frozen provided us an original crew jacket. The WDI team that built Incredicoaster, we have a Project Sprint jacket. This is probably my favorite. It's the team of Imagineers that redid Spaceship Earth, so kind of a Letterman's jacket. And then the Imagineer team that went in a lighter version of a jacket for Star Tours, and it's embroidered on the side for the project team that worked on that. But the one last thing I'll show you is old school Disney thing. So these, still in the original box. I can still hear the pins moving around in here, or some of these are. It's that era of Disney where the characters are kind of scary, like the shampoo bottles that were princesses and characters. So for some reason, her body comes apart, and then you can store your soap in there. But we have a series of 15 of those. The Mary Poppins original paper dolls, and then I will give anybody $5 at the event. That's not a true thing, but if they open up the original pepper, mustard, and salt boxes that were themed from, I assume, 50 or 60 years ago. Sorry, one more retro thing. In the box still, the original xylophone from the Disney days here. So I would guess in the auction, probably about 200 of the items would be from an era of old toys that are still in the box. So it was an estate sale that came forward and donated those to us. And then after we did the live show in September, someone reached out to us and donated an entire Splash Mountain collection of souvenirs. So ranging from like the original Sorry, the Splash Mountain game, to this is a two-hand, oh my gosh. Music box from Splash Mountain, but and then a frame set if you want to see like the original e-tickets from Disneyland, excuse me. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just looking. Original guitars from the retro days. The old, when you roll the wheels, Mickey's arms go up and down on there. But then I'm not gonna grab everything, but we have the things that were really popular in the past. I'm looking at an autographed script from Force Awakens that was J.J. Abrams signed. Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista signed for us. The opening magic bands from Rise of the Resistance. One more thing. Can you have me the Kitchen Cabaret stuff?
Wow.
Original place settings for Kitchen Cabaret, and then a set of bowls from Kitchen Cabaret.
Oh my God.
So I have a whole Epcot section. I have a Disney Quest section this year, and I have a whole Pleasure Island section this year. So we were making very specific asks for those targeted areas. So when we say we have like a Pleasure Island section, it'll have 50 items. Ranging from original memorabilia of clothing to someone shipped me a sealed 50-pack of napkins from Comedy Warehouse. So it's going to be to me. We have a whole conference room dedicated to these items that have been donated to us in the past year. And unfortunately, I love to sit in the room and stare at it all. So that's just a very, very high level overview of the type of quality items that you're going to see at the auction this year.
Steven goes into the conference room and has a treasure bath, and he rolls around. He rolls around with all the items. Treasure
I
map.
showed Craig it, and he was like, "What in the world?" I was like, "After we do these shows together." Oh, I should have brought them. They're in storage. One of your viewers, I don't know if they're watching today, donated all of the original rollerblade shoes from a Little Mermaid Broadway show. And it's like you can still see all the character names, size, like from the cues from the shows written on the original production shoes. So, and then we have 30 books that came from an incredible collection of, 9 old men's signatures. So to me, like that's almost it's a museum when you look at these items. So I'm excited that they were donated for a good cause. They're going to go to good homes, and it's all going to help fulfill wishes for critically ill children.
And just a reminder to everybody, like the auction, for example, 100% of the money raised goes to Give Kids the World. None of it is pulled out for us or for anything else. It all goes to Give Kids the World, which one of the reasons I love working with them so much is that they're really, they're wonderful to work with. They're the best possible partner you could have. It's the focus of working with them is 100% the mission, right? Getting that money where it needs to go. And of, all the charities we could work with, one of the reasons in the beginning that I felt very comfortable with Give Kids the World, and you hear my dogs, sorry, I think the landscaper is here, and they're, so that's the barking. The vast majority of money raised at the village goes to the mission. It doesn't go for exorbitant salaries, as I'm sure Stephen could tell you. It really is focused on bringing these families of critically ill children into the village and providing them a week of amazing experiences at the area theme parks, and giving these families something wonderful when they're facing things that are so challenging. I've loved being a part of it. I'm excited about this. Now, Stephen, have you met? Let's talk about the celebrities that are going to be here. And we mentioned Pat Sajak, of course, Tony Baxter, who was the former head of Walt Disney Imagineering, Chef Art Smith, was Oprah's personal chef for many years, and then opened a restaurant here in Disney Springs, Homecoming. Jodie Benson, of course, the voice of Ariel in The Little Mermaid. She's been at a number of our events. I'm very excited. Linda Larkin, the voice of Jasmine from Aladdin, is joining us. Got a lot of folks coming for this event. Anyone you haven't met?
Some of the panels would be new for me this year. We assembled an attraction actors panel. So I all 4 of them are wonderful people. We've been corresponding with them, but someone that I went after because I thought it was the funniest was David Danspour, who is the scientist from Flight of Passage, the one who goes a lot. So he's part of the panel because I just want to ask questions about how did the process start for you? What was it like? Genuinely, how do you get yourself into the Flight of Passage? But the returning of the Mickey Mouse Club, the reunion panel is a big one for us. But I have not met anybody from Bear in the Big Blue House. But Noel, who plays Bear, the puppeteer for that, has been an incredible supporter of the village to the point that he actually visited Give Kids the World when he was a touring character and met our Wish Kids. So it was, when we reached out to him, he was our first yes when we went out to the market asking for panels, just because of that relationship he already had with the village from 10, 15 years ago.
And one thing too, the generosity, the personal generosity of these celebrities who are joining us for this really needs to be celebrated and recognized, because a lot of what you're getting when you ask for something is sure, absolutely. It's an awful lot of yeses, aren't there?
Yeah, and a lot of these people could have a rate. They could go out to market and say, my speaking obligations, I make $25,000. Never in these conversations did any cost come up. It was just trying to figure out if the dates line up, we'll be there. And honestly, I can only think of a handful of people who had scheduling conflicts. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, John Stamos isn't going to be able to make it this year. But we'll talk a little bit more about it. But besides just them speaking on stage, all of them are going to be doing photo ops and autographs, and almost all of them are incredible people where they want to give as many hours as they can in the day, and that's even more funds that are going to be netted for the charity. Because they're saying, whatever my autograph is worth, let it go back to Give Kids the World. So when you see those go on sale, whatever you see those prices being, just know that that's funds going directly back to the mission.
Right, right, and that's again, I know that's how we approach it with anything that we do. Because it costs us money to do some of the things that we do. It's not free to us. But we never look to take that out of what we raise. That's part of our contribution on top of other things. And I expect that from us. But when you think about celebrities, you wonder, like, okay, how much are they getting paid to be here? And so, it's like, wow, that's really, really cool that these people believe in the mission so much. They're so supportive of it. They're like, okay, as long as my schedule's clear, I'm there. And because we've got a great lineup, great lineup of folks. I'm very excited about the attraction actors because I haven't seen that before. I'm sure it's been done somewhere, but I've never seen it. So you've got David Danapour, who's Dr. Stevens from Flight of Passage. Ron Schneider, who's Dreamfinder. From Journey into Imagination, and Kathy Whirling, we're gonna have to sedate her because, of course, that's her favorite attraction. Kat Cressida, Constance Hathaway from The Haunted Mansion, Mark Silverman, who is the narrator at Tower of Terror. So that's going to be really, really cool to see that. To kind of get to meet them and like you said, ask some questions because we see these folks in these roles, but we never like how did you get that? Like, what is that process like? So I agree with you. I think that would be a great question to ask. But also, with the pandemic, we lost a lot of entertainment that was really a gut punch to a lot of Disney fans. For example, Yeehaw Bob, when he was cut at Disney, people were very, very upset. So I'm thrilled that he's going to be performing.
And let me tell you something how great about how Yeehaw Bob is as a person. So he's doing this event, of course. He talks about it sometimes on his social media. He doesn't always talk about it. He's here once a week at Give Kids the World after the pandemic, performing for the Wish families. So he was here on Tuesday night this week and the previous week and the week before that. So he still carves out time in his schedule to come at dinner time and perform for our Wish families.
And, again, just what I was saying, the generosity of spirit is heartwarming. But Server Amuse from the France Pavilion, like stack up the chairs and do those acrobatic feats. Sergio the Juggler from the Italy Pavilion. The group American Martian, formerly known as Mulch, Sweat, and Cheers. Fantastic.
And another thing about that, so Jim Doyle, who's the lead singer of that band, he was furloughed, during the whole pandemic. And when we were installing all the Christmas lights for Night of a Million Lights, I can say with confidence, Jim was here maybe 3 or 4 days a week, volunteering his time nonstop around the clock. So just, again, another incredible person where it's genuine on the stage, but as well as off the stage.
And I think the thing to point out is that these people are not doing it when there are cameras around.
Exactly. I don't even know when these people share the stories like that, and they've been doing this long before I asked them to even come and help me out at this event.
I was very excited by Off Kilter, is going to be performing. Of course, they were for years performing in the Canada Pavilion at Epcot, and the Palm Beach Society Orchestra, which formerly was known as the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra, the guys that played on the second floor above the lobby. It's just, like we've talked about the things from the pandemic that we've lost, the entertainment that we've lost. And it's just, the landscapers here. And so that's what you're picking up. Oh, you're not?
It's not. We can hear him here, but we can't hear him through your mic.
Oh, okay. All
Good
right,
mic.
'cause you're looking at me like, all right. So it's going to be nice just from the perspective of, there's a word I'm looking for and I can't reach for it, just of like kind of reconnecting, I guess, with some of these things that we've lost in the fire, so to speak. So really, really excited about that. And then, of course, now also Art Smith is going to do a cooking demonstration.
That is a recent change. He's going to be on stage with a moderator. Disney no longer has their kitchen that they can use on stage. When they Food and Wine stopped doing culinary demonstrations, the kitchen went with it.
Oh.
That was a big bummer. We just found that out. So we've updated the website to kind of talk about that. But Chef Art Smith was like, he's a whole lot more relaxed because he was like feeling pressure of demonstrating culinary in front of that many people.
Because he's literally like buzzing through.
He's in your house.
While Steven was
blowing
talking, I tried
leaves.
to mute you out so that it wouldn't pick it up. But so,
yeah, it unfortunately, the studio's in my house, and he didn't realize he's really good. He make sure he doesn't come on Tuesdays, and I forgot to tell him we were going to be doing this today. So, just one of those. Him and the dogs. It's one of those days.
And Pete, we can't hear that at all. You might hear, but we hear nothing.
There's no way you're not here. You can't hear that. I mean,
No.
he's literally got all right. So that good. You can't hear it. I can. Okay, I can. It's like right behind me. What else, Stephen? What else should we talk about?
So let's talk about vendor hall. That's new for us this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, as of now, 26 different vendors going to be out there, ranging from places you might heard of, like Dreams Unlimited Travel will be there. I don't know if you're familiar with them. But also a lot of the artists who are going to be there are allowed to have booths set up. More like people like Ron Schneider, he has a book, so he's going to be out there doing that. Lee Cockrell, Mark Silverman. So we try to find a pop Funko dealer kind of thing. So try to make it a little bit more of an atmosphere of kind of reminiscent of a con while you're there. And within that hall, we are going to be, that's where the autograph session and the photo sessions are going to be.
And of course, the big event, which is our exclusive evening in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, so that is a complete buyout of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and that's including both of the attractions from Oga's to Sabi's to a full dessert party throughout the entire event. And we just found out the menus. It's multiple menus depending where you are at Galaxy's Edge, but things like Milk Stand will be open. So characters will be roaming similar to what you'd see in the park. So basically a true, genuine moment of what you feel at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but without any crowds. So that's a big thing that we're rooting for. And we still have tickets available for that one today. And that's where we've been talking about essential workers and cast members offering half-off tickets for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which would bring the ticket price down to $99.99, which is rock bottom pricing. So that promo code's CAST50. And since you started talking about that on the Tuesday show, we've seen the enthusiasm go where we're tipping ticket numbers now. So we're encouraging people to go as fast as they can because we'd love to announce a sellout as fast as possible with that one. And
what was I just going to say? God, it's sad. It really is sad. What's happening to me is that there's like something I'm like, okay, because I used to be like have this stuff like right in the front of my head and be able to pump it out. Now it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I am very excited about the Galaxy's Edge event. I really am. You were talking about the pricing. Let's just go over what tickets are available, what types of tickets are available, and what the prices are.
Yeah, so I mean, the easiest ticket to buy is so you don't miss anybody is the 2-day convention hall ticket, and that convention hall ticket gets you access to. We have 2 stages. I mean, there are so many presenters at this that we have the main Fantasia Ballroom, which is that giant venue on the first floor of the Contemporary Convention Center, but we also have the Ballroom of the Americas, which is now the Lost Bros stage for the second floor. So 16 different presenters during the daytime. And you won't have to miss anything. We coordinated the timing that once you finish at Fantasia, you can go upstairs to the second hall, so you don't have to pick and choose your schedule. And that's why in the next couple of days, we're going to be releasing the schedule for photos and for autographs so that you can map out your experience prior to getting there, so you don't have to worry that, am I waiting an hour to meet Jody, and am I going to miss Art Smith's presentation? So there's a 2-day ticket, that's $199, and then Galaxy's Edge is $199. And then we're offering, if you're only available to come one of those days, because we know a lot of people are doing Disney vacations and want to just come for only Thursday or only come for Friday, we have 1-day tickets available. And the other ticket is that we just had so many people asking, they want to come see these musical acts in the evening. They want to come see Sergio, they want to come see Yeehaw, but it's a Thursday or Friday and they have to work. So we have a $49.99 ticket that gets you to both nights of concerts. So night 1 was all those former Epcot acts and American Martian, but night 2, the Mickey Mouse Club's taking the stage. So 8 of them with a full live band will be performing hits from their era, as well as some contemporary tracks too. So that 1 ticket gets you in for both days. And as we mentioned, if you use the promo code CAST50, everything is half off for you then. So that's a big win for any of our cast members, essential workers who are very much deserving of a discount like that.
Yeah, it's that was a good idea, by the way, for you to do that. I hadn't thought of that, and I want to make it clear to everybody, this entire thing has been put together by Steven and his staff. Okay, I mean, we talk and we bat around ideas and stuff, but this is all being done by the village, and what a tremendous job you guys have done. I mean, this is an epic event. We just got so much going on, so many people, so many events. It's really very it's a great honor to be involved with this, let alone to have the Diz name attached to it the way it is. It really is a great honor for us, and certainly the biggest thing we've ever been attached to, other than my stomach right now after a year in the pandemic. I'm in my 30th trimester apparently, but it's going to be really, really exciting, and what a wonderful way to kind of, like I said, reconnect with a lot of people, a lot of our friends, a lot of things, memories from Disney that we lost during the pandemic, that we'll get a chance to connect with again. I think that's part of why I'm so very, very excited about it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. And it's worth going out of your way. You're going to get tremendous entertainment, tremendous opportunities to buy lots of merch that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise, and all of it is going to support a really, really good cause. We don't always get to say that we get to connect with something we love, something we're passionate about, get opportunities to see people that we may not otherwise have an opportunity to see, experience things we may not otherwise have an opportunity to experience, and at the same time raise money for an incredible cause that does incredible work. So this is one of those opportunities. Before we wrap up, Steven, anything you want to add?
Yeah, a couple things. First off, you're very humble, but you and your team and all your viewers and listeners, again, you can't just blow by this. You guys did raise $1 million, and you met that goal last year, which is an incredible feat that very few people can say that they've done that in the 35-year history of Give Kids the World. So, we're forever indebted to what you and your viewers do for us every single day. It's not only the fundraising, it's the awareness campaigns. It's you guys coming out and volunteering and being with our families. So we talk about specific days, but it's a whole year-round commitment that everybody in the Diz family does. So, we're honored and to partner with you guys for an event like this. And I'll end with a little bit of a positive note for you, Pete. We are not using hand bid this year.
You're not what?
We're not using hand bid this year.
Why not? I can't understand why.
Can't understand why. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't get that reference, we had some drama with our last online auction.
What good drama though? For 2 consecutive years, so many people in your community were on the auction website trying to bid on items and buy things that we crashed the system throughout the entire day, where they pledged on the second time to have additional servers. So not ragging on hand bid, more celebrating everybody in your community of how many people are passionate to be bidding on these items. So we're thinking of some different solutions this year where items will end at fragmented times, so it won't be everything ends at the exact same minute. Because I don't trust anybody anymore who says that they can commit enough servers for us.
And look, I think it could happen to any company, because with especially the one in September, the live one we did in September, everybody just wanted an escape of some kind. We were all kind of stuck at home, and the frustrations that have built up throughout the pandemic, and this was just something wonderful and fun to focus on for us and for the folks in the audience. And so we broke at least hand bids part of the internet, but I will say they were very gracious afterwards about waiving their fees and things like that, and very, very apologetic. So I have to give them that. That could have happened to anybody, I guess. In the moment, of course, because I knew we were coming up on that million, and I know this comes as a huge shock to people. I can get kind of worked up. So I was not happy. I was not happy. So I'm really happy to hear that you're again, this is really nice for us. I use the joke all the time that it's my team that does all the work. They just roll me out for parties. That is literally what is going on here. Give Kids the World is doing all the work. They're just rolling us out for the party, and I'm thrilled with that right now. I really am, because it's like I got my hands full with some other things we have going on. But I'm so excited about this. It's going to be an awesome event. If you want to learn more about the event, head over to gktw.org, as in givekidstheworld.org/DISFAM, DISFAM, and you'll find the list of all the celebrities who'll be in attendance, all the performers who'll be performing, and that's where you can purchase your tickets to either the convention hall and the stages, the after hours event, or all the above. So please come out and join us September 9th through the 11th. This year, we're going to have a great time. So thank you, Steven, for taking time to chat. Thank you for taking time to watch, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great week, folks.